Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-November reading. This is going to be a general spread for the mid-month, just, the next few days. And if you have a personal question or want more insight into your situation, I'll leave my information, my website in the description box below. I just want to say thank you for this reading. This is so nice. Look at these cards. They are so freaking lovely. Anyways, let's get into this. I mean, to me, the past energy, this is like, I'm ready for something new here. I'm optimistic. I'm looking forward. It's like this is really a decision, because we all goes through the hero's journey, and this is kind of like picking myself back up on the horse, and I'm deciding to go in this direction. I'm deciding I'm healed, or I'm whatever it is that you've been through. But to me, this is very much so it feels like leaving the past behind, choosing to leave the past behind, it feels like choosing love. And that doesn't necessarily mean, with another person. It's like choosing to love myself, choosing to be myself, choosing to open the door to love, choosing to live life in that heart dimension. I mean, it's clearly showing up here. So, the central energy, you have the 10 of Cups. First card out, 10 of Cups. First card out here, miracle. I mean, does it get any better? You have love, you have gratitude, vision, clearly visualizing your life the way you want it, writing a new story here. And again, that heart song, I'm mentioning the heart dimension. I do it a lot in my readings just because I continually feel this alignment that we're all being called to be centered in, which is that heart dimension. What lives there for you? And when you keep imagining it, you keep feeling what it feels like, even if it doesn't exist, even if you're in a difficult situation, as you feel the emotions. Pisces, you can do this better than most other people can, most other signs. Feel the true emotions of what you're trying to manifest. Well, that's the genius of it. That's the hardest part to do, I think, for a lot of us, is to, we can visualize, we can pray for something, but just kind of being there, centered in those feelings, what it feels like, imagining what that is. I mean, you guys are experts. Okay, so looking at these cards, some of you are already in a relationship, clearly are coming into union with somebody here. I mean, this is a collaboration for sure. I feel like it requires a sense of clarity from the get-go. Like, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want to experience. And this comes from a place of, I feel like, confidence, and it's showing up as the Ace of Swords. It's like, it's just truth, though. It's the confidence to just be you. Just be truthful. It is what it is. It's not a question when you're really in that center. So there's clearly something here starting. The Ace of Swords is always a new beginning. It's always a new experience. And it's crowning this whole reading here with the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, Wheel of Fortune's always like hitting the jackpot, in my opinion. It's unexpected. It's a turn of events in your favor, I feel. I mean, it's right above the Sun card. I mean, this, if you're questioning, is it positive? It's positive. It's positive. The Sun says, welcome this energy in. Water, you're of water. This is a feminine sign, whether you're masculine or feminine. It feels like a time to receive, to be open to spirit, to all spirits. I feel like, highly conscious. The things you eat are spirits. Things you drink are spirits. Which ones are you choosing to align your life with? It's saying, open up to the things that feel like sunshine. Just one example, when I eat a mango, I feel like I want to smile. That's a small example, but I feel like it's an accumulation of little tiny baby steps in your life that align, that add up to finally create that turning point that I feel like you have been manifesting. It's interesting. I mean, you have the fives, you have 2 5s here. These are, and there's no good or bad cards, but there's something to kind of work through. And it's clearly telling me that there's a transition between, I mean, there's definitely an element of relationships in this reading. So moving away, cutting cords from past loves. I think it's nice to, look at everything from the perspective of, some people are here to walk along our side for a short time or a long time. But it will always fail until you meet the one that it's meant to be. And having that, it's really, it's the word is faith. The word is trust. And not letting that kind of create any conflict within you. So if you need to do any clearing sessions or, I find the best way is just quiet meditation, opening that heart dimension, expanding it, seeing what's in there. For me, it's like my dog running around, things that are they're just there, it's just the truth. It's just joy. And expand that and call in, if you haven't met that person, into that space when you're ready. I think it's best to do without names or, when the person, for me. Anyways, that's just for you that haven't already met the person, because I feel like a lot of you have or are very soon. I feel like, even when we meet somebody that is wonderful, that is amazing, we are experiencing the next, it's a higher vibration. So when we do that, inevitably things come up because they no longer align with you up there. So they have to leave. So this happens in relationships, right? You can meet somebody amazing and then you can go back home and be like, oh, did they like me? Am I good enough? Is it going to work out? And it can create, stir up a bunch of stuff. That's kind of what this looks like to me, the hangman. Like, am I making the right decision? Can this be trusted? Am I ready for this new path? This is a side note. I feel like I'm talking to a few Pisces that are pregnant. And within that, I'm feeling a little bit of maybe anxiety. I'm getting it from that miracle card, the love. There's all these wonderful energies, family, change. I'm seeing child here. So within this energy, again, it's the unknown, right? It's a blessing, but with it comes up like, will I be a good mother or a good father? Will I be enough? Am I ready? All of these things. It's kind of like that energy that I'm seeing going on. I'm just giving examples. Obviously, this is a general spread. But I feel like it's important to understand, which I feel like Pisces must on some level, that we live in a very psychosomatic universe where the way we see things is how we create them, right? Have you ever been in a really crummy mood and you're just, somebody cuts you off and you go home and your sweater gets caught on the doorknob? It's nothing major, but it kind of creates this trail. The same thing happens when you're happy. When you choose to look over in traffic and smile at the person next to you. I mean, that actually sounds really creepy, but, like sing a song really loud in your car, do things that make you happy. It kind of creates this trajectory through your day where that heart center's open, so it's easier for good things to kind of come in and help you ease that conflict, that doubt. And it comes from the past is what it's saying. It comes from a little bit of lack of faith maybe that's seated. I think we all have it in us. I think our experiences are kind of like a spiral. We think we've healed something. I mean, what does that mean? It still exists. We still have the memory of it. It just affects us less, and we return to things that remind us of it, and it affects us less and less. Because We are so centered in our center, which is our heart, and it doesn't matter. Because we know our truth. And when you know your truth, you know what's coming in. It's like, heck yeah, I deserve this new, whatever it is, relationship. It can be work, opportunity. And it's definitely a blessing of some sort here. Remember this constant gratitude, like it's already happened if it hasn't, or when it does, constantly thank you. Oh yeah, this is for me. All right. I want to read the card that came out for you, which is a little bit different. But it kind of goes along this theme of manifestation, and it's called Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Again, it feels like little bits and pieces coming up to be released, but let me read this. The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often, it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirror to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good? Those who we admire and we put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then that is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. Yeah. What part of you longs to be witnessed? Who or what triggers you? It can be a good thing that triggers you. That's the point of this card. It can be a good thing or a bad thing. Everything has, something within it that we need. So I think it's such a gift to be able to train yourself to see things and step outside of duality for a second. As it just is. The dark is beautiful and necessary. The light is beautiful and necessary. What is beautiful even? What does that word even mean? It's incredibly subjective. Okay, so last thing I want to mention before I go. The bottom of the deck was Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Yeah, this to me is a calling into yourself, your being. You are the priestess, you are the mystic, you are the teacher. This comes with just practice. It's interesting that, in my opinion, the master doesn't necessarily need credentials or titles or... in some certain circumstances they do. But I look at the leaders, the really nice, humble ones, as somebody that is just kind of following their love, practicing what they love to do, mastering it for themselves. Really genuine. And then someone asks them how to do it. Like I do a lot of martial arts, so I kind of get that example where most people don't go out and be like, I'm going to do this so one day I can be a teacher, right? You do it for the love of it. So there's something within you aligning again with this heart center that is a part of your path that I feel like is a part of you that needs to be seen. maybe not needs to be seen, but is seen. It's very, very obvious when people communicate with you. You are this type of way. There's something about you, I feel like, very healing, very loving. We need more Pisces experiencing this type of energy right now to help also other people shift. Again, pass it on. We're all, you're water, you're in Scorpio season. I think you are, surfing. Some of us, it's a different story. That's a funny message. All right, Pisces, I'm going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys for all your support, your subscriptions, your comments. I read them all. And yeah, I'll be back soon with more messages. I'm going to start tomorrow with, the next month. So I'll be back soon. And also love readings. Yes, I've been meaning to do those. So be back soon. Bye, Pisces.